Hello there guys, on this video we're going to be talking about Jump Satoshi token. I'm going to show you how you can sell this token. It's very convoluted, you're not going to be able to sell all of what you've got. If you could, I'd have over $200,000, so I'd be really happy. Is it a scam? I'm not sure, and I'll explain why I'm not sure as we go through the video. But I want to very quickly promote my own token generator, so we'll get into this in just a second. If you ever want to make your very own BSC token, just by entering a few details and clicking a button, get yourselves over to tokensbygen.com. Right, JST. What is it? How can you sell it? I saw JST very early, and I invested a grand total of $160, and I tested it to see whether I could sell or not. So I sold $4, which is now worth over $5,000, and my $160 initial investment is currently worth $217,000, which is huge and would be really exciting if I could sell. So how do you sell this token? Right, there are three tokens here that we need to talk about. This one is called JST. Jump Satoshi token. However, you can only sell this token if you are holding another token. That one is called JET, J-E-T, which stands for Jump Energy Token. And there are two versions of it. There's a version 1 and a version 2. Now, version 1, you get a random amount of version 1 JET when you buy JST, and the amount that you get will depend on the BNB value of the JST that you buy. I have bought many times, excuse me, in order to test how much you get, and I've got to say it seems to have changed. Originally it seemed to be a lot less, but now you seem to get roughly the amount of JET that you would need to sell whatever JST you just bought, but it is random. You can get more, you can get less. Now, when they first launched, you needed 1,000 JET to be able to sell 1 BNB's worth of JST, but they very quickly changed that to 10,000. So, in order to sell 1 BNB worth of JST, you need in your wallet 10,000 JET. And when you do the sell, that 10,000 JET will be destroyed, so it gets sent to burn. Now, I've got, as you can see here, 194 JET, which means I'll be able to sell 0.0194 JST, but no more. So if I try and do my trade and I go to sell, if I try to sell a BNB, it's not going to work. I'm going to get error reverted, blah, blah, blah. If I try and sell 0.0194, it will work because I have enough JET to be able to sell that amount of JST. So that's kind of how you sell. So it's not really a honeypot, it's not really a scam, although there is a caveat to that because it's very difficult to sell because it's so hard to get the JET. Now, aside of getting JET when you buy JST, you can also get a random airdrop of JET when someone else buys JST. And the way that works is the person that buys, whatever they get awarded, 10 more people will get 1% of that amount. So if somebody buys JST and they are awarded 100 JET, then 10 other people will get 1 JET when that happens, which is not very exciting. Those are the only ways that you can get JET. JET version 1 is not something you can buy and it's not something you can sell. Its only purpose is to allow you to trade JST, while allow you to sell it, and when you do that, it gets destroyed. So the team bought out JET version 2, which has a lot more functionality. JET version 2 works in the same way as JET version 1, as in you need 10,000 JET version 2 in order to be able to sell 1 BNB's worth of JST. So how do we get JET version 2? Well, they bought out a staking farm, and you can farm many different tokens. Let's chuck it on here. So this is the farm. So these are the options. You can farm your JST and you'll get 0% APY. This was 4, but as people have been farming it, it's gone down. Cake started off as the highest. It was about 20,000%, but obviously as people stake, these percentages come down. I'm staking Cake, and I think I'm staking some 1inch as well. So if we look at that, you can see I'm staking 225 Cake, and I've earned 1,353 Jet V2. I can harvest it. And now that it's been harvested, I can use it to sell my JST at the ratio of I need 10,000 Jet version 2 to sell 1 BNB of JST. However, I can't do that today or tomorrow or the next day. I've got to wait 2 bloody weeks. Right, so any Jet version 2 that you harvest on the farm, you cannot use it to sell your JST until 2 weeks have passed. Now, I've gone through the white paper, I've spoken to a couple of the admins and other bits and bobs, and I can't find more detailed information on this. I don't know whether or not they're saying 2 weeks from when you harvest, 2 weeks from when the farm was first deployed, or exactly how this works. And there is another factor here, because you can actually buy Jet version 2, but when you buy it, it doesn't work. You can't sell your JST. I did test this. I bought some Jet V2. I tried to sell some of my JST based on the amount of Jet V2 I had. I couldn't sell it. I couldn't even sell one token because it seems that Jet V2 that I'd bought, I need it for 2 weeks before I can use it. So if I go back over here to the farm homepage, you can see I've now got about 1,400 Jet V2. So in 2 weeks' time, I will be able to sell 0.14 BNB worth of JST. And I think in 2 weeks' time, I'll probably have about $1 billion worth of JST, because obviously it just keeps going up because people can't sell. Well, they can sell, but only a small percentage of what they've bought. So this is kind of forcing everybody to hold, which is why the price has gone crazy. Now, there are other ways that you can farm these tokens. You can buy, I don't know if they're available yet, but you can buy skipping ropes. And the skipping rope counts the number of skips that you do, like the number of jumps, and you get rewarded for that. But when you read through the website, it is a little bit broken English, and it seems to me that you get awarded JST, which you don't really need because you've got loads of JST, rather than Jet. And it seems that you need to use Jet in order to pay for what they call energy, to be able to get paid JST for your efforts of exercising. And the amount that you get is so small anyway. In order to sell my bag, I would have to skip for many, many lifetimes. I never expect to get this money out, but I am hoping that I can get out more than I put in from these Jet V2 rewards when I've waited 2 weeks. So let's now talk about Jet V2. So this is Jet V2. Jet V1, which we've mentioned already, you can't buy or sell it. It just enables you to sell your JST. Jet V2, however, does have a price. It's got an open market and you can buy and sell this. And at the moment, the price is 0.0248, which means that if you sell 10,000 Jet V2, you get $248, which is a pretty sizable chunk of a BNB. So if you've got 10,000 Jet V2, you want to decide what you're doing with it. Are you going to use it to sell 1 BNB worth of JST and then your 10,000 Jet V2 will be destroyed? Or are you going to use it here and just sell your Jet V2 for whatever the price is? Now, if we zoom out, the price has been higher than a BNB for 10,000. So if that happens again, if this token goes over 1 BNB for 10,000 of them, then it would be completely pointless using it to sell your JST. You might as well just sell it directly on here, save your JST, and hope that you get some more rewards from the farm. So that's kind of how the token works. It's very convoluted. It's a very complicated project. It's not exactly a honeypot, although it's 80% a honeypot for sure. You can certainly buy as much as you want, but it is very difficult to sell. It's not exactly a scam, or is it? We don't know. It's not a rug pull, or is it? We don't know. The team are not doxed. And that's really important because, I mean, this token is just going absolutely nuts. So it's got a $12 billion market cap. The liquidity is locked for 100 years, but who cares if the liquidity is locked? The actual staking farm contract is not verified. We cannot see the code. We don't know whether or not they can press a button and just empty the farm. I'm hoping they don't. I don't think that they will, and I honestly believe that this is genuine, otherwise I wouldn't have been staking on that farm. But when I first arrived in crypto about a year ago, there was a company called Elon Farms. And I tell you, on PooCoin, all of these banners they were all Elon Farms for weeks. And I staked cake in Elon Farms, and they stole all of my cake out of my wallet. I spoke to some other people, and other people said that whatever they'd given Elon Farms permission to spend, that got wiped out. The Elon Farms farm disappeared, the website vanished. They did have a DApp on Trust Wallet as well, and that disappeared as well. So, about a year ago, Elon Farms made a farming staking pool that you could use. I used it, and then they disappeared and stole all our money. They weren't doxed. It looked great. It looked professional. They had a brilliant website. They did a huge amount of marketing. They had a DApp. But that was a scam. So is this the same? What do you think? Do you think these guys are going to rug? There is a huge, huge amount of money that is actually staked in that farm. If they wanted to rug this, the way to do it would be to take that, not to take this staggering amount over here. I mean, there's $4.2 million sitting in liquidity. Liquidity is locked for 100 years. They can't pull that out. But we have no idea what's going on in that farm. Now, the project is quite convoluted. The code is very clever. The website is quite thorough, but it does have a lot of mistakes. The website is very obviously created by someone whose second language is English. There are a lot of grammatical errors in there, which for me is always a big red flag, but I'm not saying that it is or isn't a scam. I simply don't know. But the team aren't doxed. The Telegram group, you cannot write in it. You can join it. They're doing announcements quite regularly, but you can't write in it. The Twitter is also releasing announcements. They've got 2 Twitter accounts. One's the standard one, one's the announcements one. They've got a Discord. I wrote to the admins from the Telegram group, and I did get a reply. I sent the same message to 3 of them, and I got a reply from 1 of them. So they are reading those messages. But I've got to say, most people have done no research on this. They haven't read the white paper. They bought it, it's gone up in value, and they can't sell it because they're trying to sell more than their holding of Jet would allow them. So they have immediately jumped to the conclusion that it's a scam, and the token's getting in a huge amount of abuse on the BSC comment section. And I would imagine that if Telegram was not paused, it was open, you could write in there, it would be an incredible amount of FUD from people just shouting scam, 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 without doing any research whatsoever. If you look at the comments on Pink Sale, because this was on Pink Sale as a pre-sale, obviously before public launch, it is just flooded with people saying this is a scam, these people are in cahoots with Pink Sale, they're going to steal a load of money. I mean, the Pink Sale was astonishing. I think it did, I think it was a 300 BNB hard cap, and it sold out immediately, and it went up to 9,000 BNB. It was just staggering. So I have no idea what marketing they're doing, but the token has just gone absolutely ballistic. But now it's grown. Look at that, the market cap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's amazing. I'm glad I noticed this. I hope it drops a little bit, so this will be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's pretty awesome. So we don't, at the end of the day, we have no idea if this is a scam or not. The token will continue to go up in value because it's so hard for people to sell. In about a week and a half, the farm will have been 2 weeks old. So anyone who is very aggressively farming Jet V2 will suddenly be able to use it, and you will see in about a week and a half, we'll probably have quite a lot of sales on the chart. But obviously, all the time, new people are finding this token, they're buying it, and they're getting their money trapped. They might do a test sale and use up their Jet. That's exactly what I did. And then they've got their money trapped in there. So it's kind of like everyone is being forced to diamond hands. It is on CMC. I don't think it's on CoinGecko. I didn't see it on there, which really surprised me. I'm not sure whether it was on there and then there was a huge amount of pressure to get it removed from people calling it a scam, but it's on CMC. Obviously, it is exploding in value. So for this reason, it tends to rank quite highly on the highest gainers and things like that, which is why I think it's kind of snowballing out of control a little bit, because so many people are finding it, because it's going to be trending everywhere because the price is going completely nuts. But I've got to say, I mean, I put in $160. If they rug, it's scams or whatever, I don't mind losing $160. It's a little bit of a gamble. If I lose it all, I'm not that bothered. I would very much like to get out a bit of profit. I expect to take out a few hundred, maybe 1,000 or 2,000. That'd be lovely. I certainly don't expect to take out $209,000. I just don't. I understand how the token works. I don't believe I would be able to farm the required amount of Jet V2 or randomly get the required amount of Jet to be able to sell anywhere near this. They've got a game on their website and they're doing the skipping ropes and some other bits and bobs, so they've obviously got their fingers in many pies. They might bring out something else that enables you to get Jet or Jet V2 more easily, because there's going to be a lot of pressure for them to do that, because everyone's got their money trapped. If you've bought this token, the chances of you being able to sell all of your tokens is incredibly small, even if you got a really, really good hit on your Jet random airdrop. Now, bearing in mind, there are people that bought 1 BNB worth of this token, and then they were very lucky to get 20,000 Jet on their random reward, which enables them to sell 2 BNB. So the token could have done a 2x, they could have sold, and they've walked away having doubled their money. So that has happened. We have seen that on transactions. It's just that those people are incredibly lucky. Whereas most people have got a random drop of less Jet than you would need to sell your initial investment, but their initial investment has also gone up astronomical amounts. So obviously there's no chance whatsoever they can cash all of those gains out. So that is Jump Satoshi token. I'm in no way endorsing it. I don't know if it's genuine or not. The team is not doxed. The farming contract is not verified. We cannot see the code, so we cannot see in that contract if there is a very easy way of them just rugging the entire farm. The amount of money in that farm is huge. It's, tens of millions of dollars are sitting in that farm. So who knows what's going to happen. I hope it's genuine, but most things in BSC are not genuine. I'll leave you a link to their website. So it's jumpn.finance is their staking pool. And then their actual website is jump.today. If I just get rid of this docs bit. The docs is just for the white paper. So if I delete that, and we go to jump.n.today. This is the main website. They've got a little game you can play here where you kind of jump up. My brother made a game really, really similar to this when we were kids on the old Spectrum, and I was so addicted to it. But you just kind of bounce your way up. Is it like Doodle Jump? It's very, very similar to that. They're doing like NFT rewards, but I haven't looked into that in detail. But you can get rewards of tokens and things as well. They're also doing this, which is a bit like a Fitbit, and you can skip, as I said, and that enables you to earn JST, which is not really the token you need. You're going to have loads of JST because it's just going completely nuts. You haven't got to worry about that. What you want is Jet. So this is the team, and as I said before, they're not doxed. Can we get to anywhere clicking on any of this? No, these aren't clickable, they just grow. So, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but this doesn't fill me with confidence. However, if I was the dev on this token, there's no bloody way I would dox, because there's a huge number of people that are convinced it's a scam simply because they haven't read the white paper. And you don't want all those people coming after you if you were doxed. So kind of fair enough on this one. But yeah, we don't know. It would be nice if they'd done a KYC, and then obviously they'd be able to have a KYC on their website without revealing themselves publicly. And then, of course, if people contested it, saying the token is a scam, they could defend themselves to the KYC company, saying, no, check our white paper, we're doing exactly what we said we were going to do. And then, the KYC company are not going to publicly reveal their information. So there we go. let's hope that we get this jet. So have a little read through this. So there's a huge amount of work gone into this, which leans me towards it being genuine. But if they did rug, I mean, it's tens of millions of dollars. So yeah, you'd put a huge amount of work into something that's going to pay you tens of millions of dollars, wouldn't you? So there's nothing to say one way or another. There just really isn't. But if you have bought this token and you believe that your money was completely trapped, it isn't. You just need Jet or Jet V2 in order to be able to sell. And obviously the Jet is very hard to come by. You've got to buy and it's a bit of a gamble, so I wouldn't go with that one. But if you do stake money on the farm, you will get Jet V2. However, I would strongly recommend that you only stake money on the farm that you would be comfortable losing, just in case it does rug. If they take all that money from the farm, I don't want you to be in a mess having put too much on there. I personally have got quite a bit in the farm. I'm a little bit nervous about it. I really, really hope that they don't steal it. If they do, it's a hit I'm going to have to take because I want to farm some of that Jet V2. But yeah, be very, very cautious because we can't see that code and they are not doxed. And that's a huge red flag. So I don't want you losing your money. So there we go, that is Jump Satoshi token. So I'm kind of hoping that if you watch this video, you've watched it because you already have this token and you want to know how to sell it. If you've never seen this token before and you're watching this video and just learning about it, I'm not endorsing it, I'm not recommending it, I'm not saying go out and buy some of it. Because it absolutely could be a scam and I don't want you to buy it based on my video and then for you to get stung. So that is it. So before I shut down, I will once again plug my token generator. If you want to make a BSC token, it is very, very easy. You just click on the button, you enter the name of the token, the number of tokens you want, a couple of other details, and then you can generate your token on BSC. So at the moment, this is available on BSC, but we're going to be rolling it out onto all other blockchains as well, which is pretty exciting. You can choose to pay 1 BNB for your token, or you can pay nothing at all, and there'll be a 1% fee inside your token, like inside the tokenomics. So this as well, before I shut down, I'll just very quickly say that the profits that we make from this, they pump our native token, which is Gen. If you don't know about it, go and check it out and click on the links that are inside the description of this video to go and check out that token. Here it is. This is the website. It looks very similar to the other one. So yeah, this is Gen token. It is being fed by many external utilities that pump BNB into the token without taking anything out. So of course, one of those is the tokens by Gen token generator tool, but we have many more coming as well. I'm pretty excited about this, but don't expect the chart to look like that. It's not going to do this because we do let people sell. So if you buy the token, you can sell it whenever you want. There's no shenanigans going on. But look at that, that's just crazy, isn't it? I'm approaching $250,000 from my $160 investment, but I'm never going to be able to get that money. It's just not going to happen. So very unfortunate. It dropped down a little bit. Did some people sell? Let's have a look. Let's get to the end of the chart. So I'm on a 10-minute chart. I mean, a few people have just, oh, it's just hit another all-time high. Surprise, surprise. Just took it on 1 minute for a second. So, I mean, some people do manage to cash out a bit. We're really going to see an impact on the chart when that 2 weeks has expired. And the people that put in a lot of money on the farm and they harvested the Jet V2 very quickly, when their 2 weeks expires and they can use their Jet V2 to sell JST, that's when we'll start to see the chart looking a bit more natural. And from that point forwards, obviously, we're going to have a lot of people constantly hitting their 2 weeks and being able to sell on their JST with their Jet V2, and it will start to look like a completely normal chart. But anyone else coming in that's new will put their money in and they'll have to go through this same process of farming and waiting and just seeing the price go sky high. I mean, honestly, I expect that this up here is going to be well over $1 million before I've even got enough Jet or Jet V2 to sell 1 BNB. But it's nice to see those numbers. It just looks nice. But I'm not deluding myself There's no way I'm getting that money out, but I would like to recover more than the $160 that I originally put in. It would be nice to maybe take out 300 or something, or even 1,000. That'd be lovely. But this number here, that's just never happening. Take care, guys. Leave comments on this video. Let us know what you think. I assume most of you will say this is an outright scam, it's out of order, they're trapping money and all of that kind of stuff, but just let us know what you think. If you've had a good old look through the project, tell me what you like about it, what you don't like about it. Just, vent. Let us know what you think about this project. See you all soon, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.